One of the lectionary readings set for today is from St. John's Gospel, chapter 15, verses 1 to 8. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine-grower. He removes every branch in me that bears no fruit. Every branch that bears fruit, he prunes to make it bear more fruit. You have already been cleansed by the word that I have spoken to you. Abide in me as I abide in you. Just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who abide in me and I in them bear much fruit, because apart from me you can do nothing. Whoever does not abide in me is thrown away like a branch and withers. Such branches are gathered, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask for whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. My Father is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit and become my disciples. As in so many of his words, Jesus is using symbolic language here to get his point across to the disciples in a way that they will understand. By placing himself in the role of the vine, he is reminding his followers, which means us too, of course, that they are dependent on him for their growth and development, just as we are dependent on God for our very existence. The picture of us being cut back just as a vine is pruned can help us when life is tough. God enables us to use these experiences to develop and grow. When they are no longer needed, God cuts them away, allowing us to move on to the next stage in our lives, but only once we are ready. The Old Testament often uses the metaphor of Israel as the vine, so in taking on that role for himself, Jesus is stating again that there is a new way of being in God. So we might say that the old way, the Old Testament way, has been pruned to enable the new growth of Jesus, the New Testament way, to thrive. And we can't ignore the other link with vines, that of the grapes from which wine is produced, drawing us back to one of the final commandments of Jesus to his disciples, to meet together to share bread and wine.